Welcome back to Coin Sense and Nonsense. Today, we've got some cool extra pickups. The other day, I did a video where I talked about bars that I picked up that were really cool, vintage bars that I picked up because of the price fluctuation in silver. Some people cashed in their treasures, and then when the price went low, I swooped in. So when opportunity knocked, I answered. Normally I don't go for stuff like this. Well, I guess I do. I don't know. Once in a while there might be some good deals. Some of these kinds of things are cheesy, but if you can get them for almost face value, why not? Well, these obviously weren't face value. I got them for less than that, but let's see. This, like I say, I don't normally do piece dollars either. Well, I guess I didn't say that yet, but I'm telling you now, I don't normally do piece dollars. Once in a while I get them, but I even just recently got into Morgans, and I'd rather collect those. But like I say, this was on the shelf, and I thought, well, if the guy makes me a good deal, why not? So this is 1922 through 1926, and I just bought it. I didn't even take them out of the thing. I just said, why not? So let's look at them, and you'll see it's pretty good. Alright, I pulled them out of the case, but that clicking noise that you heard as I was moving this, unfortunately that was not the other piece dollar I pulled out for the demo. Don't! I was jamming the box right on top of that one. Way to go. But I think it's kind of somewhat toasted anyway. That's another story. So I got them out of the thing here, and they are kind of unassuming. However, so this is 1922, and it's not like perfect condition, but it's not, too bad. I don't know if that's staining or part of the original luster left over. But 1922 was a kind of a transitional year also, even though it was the second year of piece dollars. The first year, 1921, was kind of a high relief design, and so in 1922 they were supposed to switch to a kind of a lower relief. There were some errors that were released 1922 with high relief, from what I understand. So this one, though, we're going to go in. Actually, there are some known VAMs, actually on Morgan dollars and on piece dollars. The Van Allen and Malice, I think, is the other guy's name. They had a system for keeping track of errors or varieties, really, on Morgan dollars and piece dollars. So one of the famous ones, there's an earring with like an extra little die gouge or kind of a processing error. This one, though, we're going to come back and check out. You're going to like what I found on that one. And all of these are plain date, in 1922 through 1923. Look at this one. It still looks like it has some luster on it. Again, not great. These weren't really struck well. A lot of piece dollars were kind of not so well struck, I just said, but you can kind of see weakness, like E pluribus unum. It's just not the greatest, but that one's got some luster. And then 1924 also got a little bit of luster going, I think. Look at that in front of her face, and it's not too dinged up. So I only paid a little bit over $20 a piece for these, so this is pretty darn good. So this one has like kind of a little bit of color going too. But yeah, this one is cool. Again, got a good deal. 1925. And this one too. Look at the color. It's got some, and it's also got some sheen going on. And look at the Y. I haven't looked yet. That might be a VAM instead of a scratch. I don't know. I gotta check it out. But that could be a die crack. It kind of looks like it. So I should have checked before I started shooting, but look at the color there. Sorry about the glare of the light, but in order to give you the show, you gotta have the light there. So this one needs further analysis, and so before I shoot the next segment, I'll have checked that out for us. Don't want to be wasting anybody's time. So anyway, up to 1925, all the Philadelphia coins, or the no mint mark coins, were the most minted of the three mints. If there was any Denver or San Francisco minted coins, they were usually minted in lower quantities in 1922 through 1925. In 1926, the Philadelphia minted coin only had 1.9 million minted, and this one doesn't have a mint mark. So even if this one doesn't have the greatest condition, oops, thank goodness, hello, thank goodness for the capsule, this is pretty darn cool, and also looks like it's got some original kind of luster. I'll try not to drop it anymore. So I'm happy just from that standpoint, but there's more to come. So let me check on the VAM possibility on that one, and then we got to go in with the microscope on this one. I already know something you don't know. I'm gonna show you. Alright, so look at those designer initials. So I think right here, obviously you can kind of see some extra stuff. And it's not really flat. I was thinking, okay, is this machine doubling or what? But it seems rounded, and the upper part there, it's split. And then in the two, and I did look online too, and the ones that have the split like this, and see how it's wider here? I learned from Ken Peavy. I don't think this is machine doubling. I hope he doesn't scold me if I'm wrong. But I think this is legit just because of that. So I'll go in a little bit closer just on that. But yeah, look, like this area right here, compared with a machine doubling, it doesn't have that appearance. And so there is some slight doubling there. Look on the R. It's a little bit of a split there. So, So yeah, peace dollars are notorious for having die clashes too, and so there's an E there and some other lettering. So this is an interesting one. PCGS doesn't recognize all the different VAMs, and so I don't know if this one will qualify as something that they'll recognize for this doubling, but I'm pretty convinced it's legit. So let me go to another scope and I'll show you a different view. Alright, maybe this is a little too close up. This is a different kind of a microscope, but let's see if we can kind of, it's not flat. So, and then when you look at the two, look at that split. And then it's wider there. This other two's not as dramatic, but I think it is something. So let's see here on the R. It's hard to tell, it's so darn grainy. Let's try zooming out a bit. Alright, it's hard with the glare, but you can see here, there's the double and this one. The one on the right, or on the left, you know, it kind of looks a little more flat, but it's not. And then where's the darn initial? There we go. It's got the look I like. So I still have to finish the attribution on this thing. It's kind of hard, I guess, because I'm a newbie, but I'll get it. Alright, a newbie when it comes to peace dollars anyway. So I'll figure it out, I'm sure, and yeah, if nothing else, I just know it's doubled. Darn it. So I'm happy with all the stuff I got. I didn't even show you all the other cool stuff. I've been rambling on about that coin, but maybe another time we'll show off this and talk about it, or some of these other ones that I got that are really, really kind of cool. And might deserve their own vidges. So I thank you so much for watching Coin Sense and Nonsense, and until next time, bye bye.